I hope when I look out the window, I'm going to look out the window right now. I hope that when I open the window, when I look out the window, I hope when I look out there, I hope when I peer outside my window, I don't see a whole bunch of huge ants. Oh, as long as I don't see that, I'll be fine. As long as I don't see a whole bunch of huge ants when I peer out the window, I'll be A-okay. 1 second, I'm gonna go look. Doot, 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 doot. Alright. No ants out there. There's a bunch of spiders though. There's a bunch of huge giant spiders. Well, you know, I said as long as there's not a bunch of ants. Hello, welcome to the Video Game Valley. It's a beautiful day today, a perfect 72 degrees out. We are continuing Simple 2000 Series Volume 81, The Earth Defense Force 2. Simple 2000 Series Volume 81, The Earth Defense Force 2 on the PlayStation 2. How's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing okay. I gotta, 1 second. Pardon me, I gotta plug my phone in because I'm gonna have to translate some stuff. I got a green tea with me tonight. Green tea with Jasmine. Sky Twofold, thank you for the 199. Hark! A glorious. I'm an Aptarian? What a blessing. What is that? What is that? I don't know what this is. Let's see. This is a different type of bug. That's nice. Yeah, just one of those. It's just like a bee. Oh no, it could be an ant. Wait a minute. Wait just a second. It could be an ant. Son of a gun. That's exactly what I didn't want. You no good scamp. Got a green tea with me. Green tea, as I said before, Jasmine. Let me take a sip. Pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Went to the ear doctor today. The ear doctor said, great. I'll send you to a second ear doctor. Like, alright. So I wanted to get a hearing test. And I had to go to this ear doctor in order to get approved for the other doctor who does the hearing test. And I had to go to my primary care doctor to get the, what do you call it, the referral to this doctor. So it's like, it feels a little, I don't know, inefficient. I don't know. I don't know why I gotta see 3 doctors to see 1 doctor. But that's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes. Alright, I think... No, that's wrong.
1人プレイまたは2人協力プレイが可能です。1人でクリアできないミッションは2人プレイで挑戦してみると良いでしょう。
No, that was correct.
プレイ人数を選持っていく武器はよく考えて選んでください。持っていけるのは2種類ですから、なるべく性質の違う武器を選ぶことがポイントです。
I hope I don't have to fight any mirror things this time. I'm kind of sick of the mirror stuff. Just a little bit. In a mountain canyon, we annihilate enemies walking tanks. There are only a few enemies. Be sure to destroy them. I will be.
選んでください。
They have to get used to the controls again. Let me see. I remember my name. Wish I had remembered this a little earlier. Pardon me, pardon me. Oh, this is trouble. We got trouble right here in River City. I'm out of here. Get the heck out of here, ants. No thank you, ants. I say no. We switch to this for the ants.
世界各国の空軍が連携し、太平洋上のマザーシップに対し攻撃を敢行しました。
Yeah.
しかし、マザーシップのシールドを破るには至らず、
Yeah, you don't say.
大きな損害を受けたとのことです。
This is what I didn't want to see outside my window. Alas. We don't always get what we want. Ouchie. Man, this weapon's really bad against these things. I think I'm gonna have to go in close with my good weapon. Pardon me. Pardon me, I need to laser you real quick. Pardon me. Pardon me, I just need to hit you with 10,000 lasers at one time. That's all I need to do, no problem. No problem. Save my game. Here we go. Oh, what's going on here? It looks like more ants. The number of giant creatures continues to increase. The city area has been occupied by gigantic creatures that emerge one after another from underground. We're starting a recapture operation. Many entrances and exits leading to the deepest underground have been confirmed in the operation area. Destroy the entrance and exit and stop the enemy from multiplying. All right. I will do that. No problem. No problem at all. Hey, ants, stop it. Yeah, you hear me? I said stop, you son of a bun. I gotta go find some other ant dude holes. I'm on my way. Oh, here we go. Here's one. Get the ants. Get him. Oh yeah, you know what I saw today? I'll tell you what I saw today on this very day. On this very day. This day today. Today, as they say. This day. The day we're currently on today. Oh god. I saw that Godzilla film, Godzilla -1. I saw the Godzilla -1 feature film. Godzilla, and then you subtract 1. Oh god, oh, I'm almost dead. Oh no, I am dead. Dang it. Oh, I thought it was a very good movie. I thought it was a excellent Godzilla film. I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it did a lot of very smart things, a lot of very interesting things. I appreciated, so it's very much, it very much takes the shell of like a classic war film to present a anti-war message, which is interesting, because that's, you know, Godzilla is primarily like, Godzilla is all about the anti-war stuff. And I thought that was interesting. That was very clearly like an intentional choice. Like, you have a number of like tropes that are pretty common to war movies that make an appearance, but I don't think that's a. I don't think it following those tropes is a negative. I think that is very much an intentional decision. I really enjoyed it taking elements from much worse Godzilla films and doing more interesting things with those elements. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I dang done it again. I gotta watch out for my energy there. I just can't end up leaving because I don't have any juice anymore and I can't shoot my way out. So there's a Godzilla movie from the Heisei era. It's called Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Was this a Millennium era movie? I actually don't remember now. I think it's a Heisei era film. I'm pretty sure it's a Heisei era movie. In this movie, yeah, it's definitely, I think it's 1993. in this movie, there's this island, Lagos, and it's during World War II. And wouldn't you know it, this T-Rex-sized Godzilla shows up and starts attacking the troops. The exact same thing happens in Godzilla -1. Like, they put it on a different island. It's Odo Island instead of Lagos. But it's the same thing. A smaller Godzilla shows up, attacks the troops. But in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, they kind of take a Japanese nationalist kind of direction with it, where Godzilla shows up to attack the American troops and protect the Japanese troops. It's a weird movie. So I thought it was interesting for it's a controversial film in the Godzilla canon. For obvious reasons. But it was interesting taking that concept. I think the concept was good and doing something better with it. Dojin Shinji, thank you for the $4.99. Loving the FilmCow theater. It's been fun hearing Benfer with you more. Love the sound design and the Dolphin too in this new one. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I love doing those things. There will definitely be more to come. At some point in the future. Oh my god. These spiders are a huge pain in the butt. So I thought that was pretty good. In the Godzilla -1, I thought that was interesting. Shin Godzilla did a similar thing of taking an element, specifically blood coagulant, from a previous Godzilla movie, and using it to better effect. And I do appreciate it when one of those films like pulls something from its deep lore. And does more with it. In the previous Godzilla movie, there's like this Godzilla hunter guy with blood coagulant bullets who keeps chasing Godzilla around, trying to shoot him with a gun. With like a rifle. Extremely goofy. So yeah, I thought having Godzilla's like atomic breath actually essentially set off a nuke when he used it was also interesting. And I think the movie also did a pretty good job thinking out its various messaging, and like I feel like it was pretty solid in terms of like what does any of this mean? Like clearly different decisions and different thematic elements and stuff were really well planned out. And in spite of its extremely serious tone that the movie took, it still did a lot of the goofy Godzilla stuff, like the wacky science plan to take Godzilla down and stuff like that. There's it was good. personally, and this is just my personal taste, I would not put this as like the top Godzilla movie. I wouldn't put it there. I don't even know that I would put it like top 3, but it was very good. It was a good movie. EDF will carry out an all-out attack on the nests of a giant creature that are spreading underground. Unless the nests are completely destroyed, giant creatures will continue to appear. Alright, so I gotta... There's a swarm of gigantic creatures waiting beneath a shaft that leads underground. Please direct the enemy to the following units. Alright, I got it.
難易度を選んでください。難易度が高いほど強力な武器を入手できます。
Can you believe this movie cost less than 15 million? Is that how much it cost? Yeah, it seems to be correct. Yeah, it's a pretty good showing for that budget. Like, they used it in very effective ways. It was just really well put together. I saw the American Godzilla films like very recently, like within the past couple of weeks, and it is extremely funny how much better the Japanese Godzilla movies are. Like, I don't know that there's any American Godzilla movie that I wouldn't put below nearly every Japanese Godzilla movie. Like, even the best of the American films. This is such a wild quality difference. Chad, thank you for the $5. I think the woman at the end of the movie is going to turn to Godzilla. Is the main character going to smooch her? Is a good question. I'm going to talk about the ending at the end of this stream. I don't want to spoil it for people, because I do have. I'd say I have 3 things that I don't like about Godzilla -1, and 2 of them are extremely minor. 2 of them are essentially nitpicks. I do have one thing I didn't like that I think is not a nitpick, but it requires heavy spoiling at the ending. So I'll only talk about that at the end of the stream, where people can just tune out. I think it specifically said I needed to go down here and stop the spawning. Where is the spawn? Patrick, thank you for the $2. Jason, would you smooch Biolante if they asked? Yeah, if Biolante asked, why not? I mean, I'd smooch most of the kaiju, I guess. I guess I could say my nitpick stuff, the nitpick things that I didn't like about Godzilla -1. My first nitpick number 1. There are a number of classic Godzilla themes. There's the Godzilla is attacking the city theme, which is like the lumbering kind of Dun 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 dun. It's a very good piece of music, and I was glad to hear it in this movie. Always love hearing that theme. The American movies do this extremely silly thing where they add this like Skyrim foo-rah sort of chant to it, which is not good. But I like that theme. They also have Godzilla's heroic theme, which really hasn't been heard since the Showa era. Where it's like, Godzilla's here to save the day. It's also good, but you know, I understand why that theme hasn't been used. And then another theme that they use is the humans are mobilizing their response to Godzilla theme. Dun 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 dun. That's also a very good theme. So when Godzilla attacks the city in Godzilla -1, they play the Godzilla Attacks the City theme. And then when the humans mobilize their response against Godzilla, they play the Godzilla Attacks the City theme again. And I think that was a mistake. I wanted to hear the humans mobilizing theme. They play it in Shin Godzilla. When humans mobilize their response. And they should have played it in this movie too. But they didn't. So that's nitpick number 1. I guess they just thought the Godzilla Attacks theme is cooler. I don't know. Speaking of my second nitpick. And these are really just nitpicks. The movie itself is very good. Not a lot to complain about. The second nitpick is, they do something with Godzilla where, when he sets off his atomic breath, they have his, spikes, like, pop out of his back. They show this off in the trailer, and it is genuinely, like, a super cool effect. It's pretty rad, which is part of the problem. Given all the theming that they're doing in this movie, and the horror of Godzilla that they're presenting, it just feels like more like something you'd see in the Legendary Pictures Godzilla movies. It just feels a little too cool. It seems too radical given the somber horror of what's going on. Like, I feel like the effect itself isn't a problem. It was incredible. See, that's the thing. It's not right for the theming. The fact that you're like, this is incredible. Oh my god. This incredible moment. It was so radical. And like, you're not wrong. I just feel like it was out of place thematically. In a movie that was very careful about its themes. So, that's my second nitpick. But 2 pretty minor critiques for a very good movie. I really thought I'd have to based on the text, I thought I was going to have to get rid of a source here, but I don't think I am. Squawky, thank you for the $5. I didn't see Shadowstone before today, because I felt like it would make my head feel like maggots. Goodness. I was right. I felt vaguely nauseous through it all. Unbelievable. Well, sorry for that, I suppose. Glad you made it through. Where are we going? What the heck is this? Ants. There's like one ant. Oh, it must be down here. Given the camera was pointing me down here. Anyway. Where is it? I did it. But yeah, at the end of the stream, at the very end of this stream, I'll tell you my one actual criticism of the movie. That's not a nitpick. The one thing that I actually didn't like about the movie. It is a spoiler, though. Alright.
操作方法にはミッションを選んでください。
The attack on the cave has finally begun. Oh, I thought I was already doing it. However, the resistance from the giant creatures was threatened. The attack team has also suffered heavy damage. But no matter what the price, we must make this operation a success. Each member advances the underground while heading towards the deepest part of the wind. Destroy all the enemies you encounter. Okay. You got it. Take him out. Take those sons of guns out. Take them all out. Ow! Oh! And someone on the radio is not having a good time. You alright, buddy? It's funny how something like that in a video game, this feels very dramatic. I'm like, you alright, friend? I was totally dead. In real life, if I heard that over the radio, I would be chilled to my core. I'd be like, oh my god. the suffering. The human suffering, the death. In a video game, it's just like, someone's yelling on the radio. Someone's screaming and getting killed by a big ant, I guess. Oh well, these things happen. War of the Worlds. This is just like War of the Worlds. I need to get all these before I go further. I don't think there's many left. Yeah, there's like 2 left, 3 left, I don't know. Orson Welles narration, absolutely. You think Orson Welles would have been a gamer? Because I definitely think he would have been. I think Orson Welles would have been a gamer, you know? Definitely a drinker. Yeah, of Red Bull. He loved Red Bull. Monster Energy drink. Mountain Dew Code Red. He loves slamming those down. Orson Welles. You ever wonder which famous film directors you could personally take in a fight? Like in a hand-to-hand combat? I think genuinely there's not many I could take in a fight. I think most of them would probably best me, but... I could take Woody Allen, and which is a good thing, because that's probably one of the few I would actually want to attack. Uh-oh. What's going on here? That's too many. This is too many of them. Alright, that was a bad place to be. Probably take on Mel Brooks, but given his age, that's not really a boast or anything. I'm thinking in their, let's say in their prime. Are you also in your prime? It's just you right now. So we'll give that advantage to the directors. You may or may not be in your prime. Could beat up Andy Warhol. Yeah, go beat up Andy Warhol. Write the Scum Manifesto 2. Got him. I feel like Salvador Dali would talk a big game but go down easy. I don't know. I think you might have more trouble with Salvador Dali than you expect. Just like to fight Hitchcock. I think you could probably take Hitchcock. Why are we fighting painters? We're fighting filmmakers. I just posited the question, which filmmaker could you take in a hand-to-hand combat? Gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Very dangerous situation right here. smart about this. Is that it? Nope. That's too bad. Jeez, there's so many of them. Where are they gonna come from? Oh, I need to really charge up. I gotta take these out one at a time. That's not too bad. Alright. Don't want to get swarmed. Which is obviously an easy thing to happen with bugs. Alright. Things are going alright here, I think. I think my battle with the ants is going okay. I definitely have an easier time with the ants than I do with the spiders. A whole bunch of them in here. All these ding-dang ants. Alright, so now we just got the stragglers. I wonder if they'll make their way to me. Why is this game so long? It's a lot of content. It's a budget game, but you're getting a lot of hours out of it. It's fun to play. Some of these levels drag a little bit. But then also some of them are extremely short. Alright, I gotta find two ants. Alright, that's one. I gotta find exactly one ant. There's one ant left. Gotta find one ant. It might be coming around the corner any moment now. Gotta find one ant. Just one. There's only one ant I gotta find. There it is. Get over here. Mission clear, I found the ant. Huzzah. Well, we are 1/2 of the way through the stream now. You know what that means. We've got some birthdays to celebrate, that's right. One moment. Okay. First up today, it is Anselmo's birthday. Happy birthday, Anselmo. Please let me know if I'm mispronouncing this. Happy birthday to you, Anselmo. So... It's a weird thing to say, birthday machine. Are you... You alright? The data has been calculated. Let's fill out your birth fate card. What is your luck number for the year? 719. Wow. How about your letter? Oh. Interesting. It kind of looks like it's a letter that's falling apart. How's the weather? That orb right there, the hollow one. That's your weather. Any of those hatch an egg? Oh. Birthday Machine has written a poem just for you. Get ready. What is recording? Writer recording. Where is talking? Butler talking. The writer adores butler. The butler bakes writer. Observe. Observe butler talking. What does it mean, birthday machine? Birthday machine has looked to the stars, determined that your friend constellation is the exuberant lamp. Enemy star, Chi Norma, number 9702. Has there been a cosmic event? Let's look at the data. And, if possible, also the charts. No. Gather around, everyone. It's time to sing. To who? Anselmo. Join me if you can. Happy birth, what, Anselmo? Celebrate our pal Anselmo. Where has the light gone to? Revenge for our Anselmo. Oh, what's happened, Anselmo? It is Beep and Boop Anselmo. Wait! I think that is Anselmo. My love is all for you. A beautiful day. Wonderful. Great work, Birthday Machine. Finally, we have a one-of-a-kind work of art created by the machine just for you, Anselmo. Here it is, your one-of-a-kind work of art. Great piece. Perfect. What a masterpiece, as usual. Happy birthday, Anselmo. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And many more. First time talking, been lurking for years. Well, glad to have you here talking. And hope you have a great birthday. Alright, we got one more birthday to celebrate. It is Fuchi. Happy birthday, Fuchi. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing this correctly, because I believe I've said this out loud before, but I might have been saying this wrong this whole time. If this is incorrect, please let me know, so I can correct it now and into the future. Happy birthday, Fuchi. It's right. Okay, that's great news for Fuchi fans. Where are you? Oh, glad to have you along. All right, let's fill out your birth fate card. What is your luck number for the year? 43. How about your letter? Wow, look at that. Look at that letter. It's like an X that's stepping on things. How's the weather? Very thick. Any of this hatch an egg? Oh. We got a joke. Birthday Machine has written a joke just for you. Here's your joke. Knocker, knocker, knocker. Who is it? Who? Talented Rose. Talented Rose, who? Talented Rose, the terrible fears that will never be realized as the last duck quacks. Ah. Okay. Birthday Machine has looked to the stars, determined that your friend constellation is the funny elk. Enemy star Iota Noelani, number 9628. Has there been a cosmic event? No. Gather round, everyone. It's time to sing. To Hugh, not to Hugh. To who? To Fuchi. Join me if you can. Welcome, birthday friend Fuchi. Birthday love for our Fuchi. The memories find us. We can't speak of Fuchi. Birthday now for our Fuchi. Banish sadness from Fuchi. Please pay the bill for me. It can't stay asleep. Wise words from Birthday Machine. Finally, we have a one-of-a-kind work of art created by the machine just for you, Fuchi. Here it is. Your one-of-a-kind work of art. They're all racing to answer this phone. Who's on the other end? Well, happy birthday, Fuchi. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. And many more. God, what a piece. It's good. I like it. Some good art tonight. I really wanted to draw the ant from Ants. But then I always remember that it's voiced by Woody Allen, and then I think the ant from Ant looks funnier than the Pixar ant. The Pixar ant is I mean, it's pretty good character design. The ant from Ants looks ridiculous. It's nonsense. I've got the Ants racing game that I gotta play at some point. Ants had a kart racer. Oh, Jason, you not gotta play that. I gotta play it. Oh, I forgot to read this. The giant creature's counterattack has begun. Many troops are stranded in a labyrinth-like burrow. It seems that the giant creature finds these troops and launches a concentrated attack. Isolated units are falling prey one after another. Be careful. I'll be as careful as I can. Whoa. Yeah, you just try it. I've got too many lasers. You just try to kill me. I've got 1,000 lasers. Oh no, it's the spiders. The spiders might be able to do it. The spiders might be able to easily kill me. It might be no problem for these spiders. It's definitely a problem for the ants. I think it's no problem at all for the spiders. Alright, we seem to have gotten a handle on things. One ant left. Mission clear, we did it. Shouldn't have asked about filmmakers to fight, now I'm all amped up. Someone bring me Wes Anderson, I'm ready to go. Just gonna attack Wes Anderson. Let's see. Already invaded the underground has been severe. The damage from the attacks of the troops have more than half of them destroyed. In order to ensure that their deaths are not in vain, we must continue the operation. Each member is please advance to the deepest part of the burrow. Okay. You got it. Yeah, you just try and come in here, ants. I got a big laser. And if you get closer, I got many other lasers. Alright. Get all these healthies. Who's everyone's favorite filmmaker, but it can't be a man? Who's everyone's favorite non-man filmmaker? I'd probably go with Vera Chittilova or Agnes Varda. Coming out. It sucks that the film industry, from its inception, has been so wildly male-dominated that I think it's most people are gonna have a hard time answering this question. There have been a tremendous number of extraordinary film directors who have not been men, but quite a whole lot have really not been popularized or talked about in the same vein as other directors, male directors. One hand. Is that it? Oh no. Oh jeez. Any Godzilla movies made by women? That's a good question. I don't actually think any of them were. Part of my upcoming criticism of Godzilla -1 does involve one of the two women characters in that movie, which felt especially out of place given the Godzilla films in the Heisei era and the Millennium era did a much better job of, like, the Showa era was almost entirely men, with, like, each movie would usually have, like, one woman would show up. There's some exceptions to that, Especially whenever Mothra shows up, and her tiny priestesses show up along with her. But the Heisei era and the Millennium era did a much better job with that, just in terms of character count. And not only that, but like making them interesting characters. Some of them, frankly, out of their minds. In ways that women characters in movies don't often get to be. Just absolutely, like, revenge obsessed and stuff. This is probably the end. Oh, Jason. Oh, no, there's some bad. Shin Godzilla, mostly male characters, but does have a number of good and very different from each other female characters. Whereas Godzilla -1 has exactly 2 female characters, and both of them are some variation on Mother. You see Shin Ultraman or Shin Kamen Rider? No, I haven't seen either of those yet. I plan on it. I plan on watching both of those. I know Shin Ultraman was generally got like kind of middling reviews, but I plan on watching it. I wonder what that guy's screaming about. I mean, probably giant ants. He's probably screaming about giant ants. Yeah, I guess that guy's dead, bro. Oh, no. No, he's okay. Don't worry about it. Got another one. That woman is probably also killed by ants. Oh my god, more ants? can't believe how many ants there are. Oh boy. Oh my god, there's one that's even bigger than the normal big ones. Uh-oh. Yeah, I should have probably just moved on forward. Staying in this tunnel was a mistake. Corants, thank you for the $2. I've heard of the talented Mr. Ripley. Yeah, I've read, not the entire series, but a good amount of it, and I enjoyed the movie as well. I do recommend, the novels there. Good stuff. You see the Netflix series? Oh, I didn't realize there was a Netflix series. No. I haven't. How is the Netflix series? I love Patricia Highsmith. I feel like talented Mr. Ripley is something a Netflix show could do well. I don't think it's outside of their capabilities. Very well shot and acted. A lot colder and lonesome than the 1999 film adaptation. What I really like about the talented Mr. Ripley as a series is that it's slightly less obvious than the first book, more obvious as it goes along, that Patricia Highsmith is very much on Ripley's side. It's very much a sort of revenge fantasy. Not that Ripley is getting revenge, but Patricia Highsmith, through this writing, getting revenge against society. Oh yeah? No. Might add that to my book list. I think you'd probably like it. It is... at its heart, the, I feel like it's Patricia Highsmith acting out a queer revenge fantasy against straight society. Ripley, sounds sick as heck, yeah. You know that it's a pretty common thing that queer and trans people will say of like, I don't know if I like was in love with this person or whether I wanted to be them. Let's tell Mr. Ripley. What if you're in love with someone and also you decide to be them? You're so in love with someone and also... but they're straight. You end up killing them and just becoming them. That's what it's about. Oh my god. Oh, these sons of guns. They're gonna get me. I know it, they're gonna get me. They're gonna rip me apart. Actors it made evident that she's on Ripley's side. Less evident in the first book. As the series goes on, though, there's no... the way things are written, it's as if... How can I put this? Things are written in a way in which it's very clear that, like, all of the suspense is on Ripley getting away with it. Where there's not an exploration of the morality of what Ripley's doing so much as a sinister delight in how good he is at doing it. Patricia Highsmith was a, by all accounts, extremely antisocial person. Her publisher would make her come to these parties and stuff, which she did not want to be at. She wanted to be at home with her snail garden. She had giant snails that she would take care of in her garden. And so when she would go to a party, she would bring the snails with her. So here you'd have this like a hip publisher party. This publisher would hold it with all these like fancy people, and Patricia Highsmith would show up and stand in the corner of the room. People would come up to her, be like, "What do you got in that bag?" She'd open it. Be all these huge snails crawling around. And she'd just hang out with her snails. Of course, there might be a bunch of other ants after this one. Yeah, there's a bunch more. Right? Any more? Oh god. Oh my god, that's so many more. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh. Alright, I gotta get rid of this real quick. Oh boy. This game is actually so cool. Yeah, this is, I mean, this is an all-time classic. It's got some pacing problems, but it's a very fun game. Simple 2000 series list is this rank. I haven't played enough of them to really do a ranking at this point, but of the ones we've played, it's definitely top tier. We have played some rough, simple 2000 series games, though. Most expensive one, right? I have no idea. I don't remember it being all that expensive when I got it. I mean, maybe it was more expensive than the others. Skirt the best attire for this task? No, probably not. As an outfit choice, it's definitely more of a style thing than a practicality thing. This is probably not the best option. It's a power move. It's a power move. Let's see.
操作方法はノーマ
I'm on Patricia Highsmith's Wikipedia page. Let me just read you some brief Patricia Highsmith. Let's take a Patricia Highsmith break right here. This is Patricia Highsmith. Her writing derived influence from existentialist literature. One of the reasons I like her so much, probably. Questioned notions of identity and popular morality. For instance, what if it's good if you... what if it's good if you kill people and take over their lives? Highsmith endured cycles of depression, some of them deep throughout her life. Oh, I bet. She wrote in her diary, January 1970, I am now cynical, fairly rich, lonely, depressed, and totally pessimistic. According to her biographer, Highsmith's personal life was a troubled one, seen by some of her contemporaries and acquaintances as misanthropic and hostile. She famously preferred the company of animals to that of people, stated in a 1991 interview, I choose to live alone because my imagination functions better when I don't have to speak with people. Let's see. Otto Penzier, her U.S. publisher, met Highsmith in 1983. Sorry, there's a tapping in my window. Which I'm, it's 2 stories up, so I shouldn't be hearing a tapping. It's probably like a bird or a frog or something. Let's see. Met Highsmith in 1983. 4 years later, witnessed some of her theatrics intended to create havoc at dinner tables and shipwreck an evening. He said after her death that Highsmith was a mean, cruel, hard, unlovable, unloving human being. I could never penetrate how any human could be that relentlessly ugly, but her book's brilliant. This, by the way, makes me deeply love Patricia Highsmith. This description of her. Let's see. Screenwriter Phyllis Nagy, who adapted The Price of Salt into a 2015 film Carol, met Highsmith in 1987, and the two remained friends for the rest of Highsmith's life. Nagy said that Highsmith was very sweet and encouraging to her as a young writer, as well as wonderfully funny. You see, the different opinions from a woman filmmaker versus her male publisher. Interesting. Highsmith loved cats, and she bred about 300 snails in her garden. Highsmith once attended a London cocktail party with a gigantic handbag that contained a head of lettuce and 100 snails, which she said were her companion for the evenings. Yeah. So Patricia Highsmith, great writer. I recommend her books unequivocally. Patricia Highsmith. Savage put down on everyone at that party. Yeah. All right.
"持っていく武器はよく考えて選んでください。持っていけるのは2種類ですから、なるべく性質の違う武器を選ぶことがポイントです。
All right, let's go to the next thing.
Mission を選んでください。
30. Something has completely destroyed its underground lair. With the giant creature's threat, it should be gone. This is a normal situation. React to the driver further underground in the burrow. This translation is terrible. Something makes its way above ground. There were many reactions. A group of giant creatures. All right. Oh my god. What the heck? No. No, get out of here. No. No, thank you. Oh, this is a bad turn. What in the world? I just cut off its butt. I cut off more of its butt. Alright, let's keep going. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Where you go? Ow, ow, ow. No. Alright. Stop. Stop it. let's find the next one. Oh, so it is a line. Get back here. Oh god, oh my god. I should head out for a second. Find some health. Find some healthies. Maybe I left some healthies behind. No, unfortunately not. Where's that green dot? I'm probably not gonna find it. I guess we've only got 10 minutes left in the stream. That means it's 10 minutes until the end when I finally reveal the one problem I had with the movie Godzilla Minus One. I talked about it earlier. I finally saw Godzilla Minus One. If you weren't here for that, I did greatly enjoy the movie. Excellent film. I had 2 nitpicks. I'm not talking about it yet. I'm gonna do it after the stream is over. I'm gonna do it on the Ocelot. The Ocelot screen. When the Ocelot is up. But just to recap. The non-spoiler things that the nitpicks that I had was one music choice. There was a point in which I just feel like they should have used the humans respond to Godzilla music. And instead they used the Godzilla theme again, and it was the wrong theme. They should have used the other one. Again, minor nitpick. Oh god. I hate mismatched blade motifs. Yeah, it wasn't. It's not like they had established this as a theme or whatever. The franchise just has. You know, if they're gonna use the classic Godzilla music, I feel like they should have used more than just the one song 3 times or whatever. Hey, get back here. Might have been some licensing issues. There definitely would not have been licensing issues with this music. This is a track that's shown up in, like, I'd say 70% of the Godzilla films, including the previous one, Shin Godzilla. They could use it. They wouldn't have any problem. I'm out of here. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm out of here. Any Godzilla sound effects? Not really. They're pretty heavily protective of that stuff. To the point where there's a collection I have that actually like had a reproduction of the Godzilla roar, and then it had to be taken out of the collection. Had to be removed. Mission clear. Wonderful. I don't know, one can obtain anime sound effects. Well, the sounds that are actually used in anime, depending on the anime, there's a handful of libraries that have been used. Like the Hanna-Barbera sound effects collection is used in a bunch of anime still to this day. And stuff like Sound Ideas, Series 6000, Series 4000, that stuff has been used in anime. But what you're probably referring to is a lot of the like electronic synth sound effects and stuff. And most of those are not available commercially as like a collection. A lot of those sounds are passed around in studios from sound designer to sound designer, but have not been like publicly released. But there are a couple of people who have done really good reproductions. Moon Echo Audio is one. If you search Moon Echo Audio, here we go. They've got a set of sound effects on. You can buy it on a sound effect, and these are, I think, the best reproductions that I've heard of a lot of these sounds. Pro Sound Effects also has a pretty good collection. Pro Sound Effects, their anime collection, I think they've got 2 volumes. I think the first volume is a little bit better than the second. And they present 2 different copies of the sounds too, where they have a clean copy, which is like straight from the synthesizers and stuff that created them. And then they also transferred those same sounds to a tape reel and then captured that, because that's how most of those sound effects were stored at the time. And when they were passed around. So it makes it a little bit more authentic sounding, the Pro Sound Effects stuff. Special thanks to the FilmCow Patreon supporters. Greatly appreciate the support. This has not been updated yet. My apologies. I ended up a lot busier today than I thought. And I set all the documents up but forgot to export them, so they'll definitely be here tomorrow. This happens every month, so it all kind of works out. Be back tomorrow. New Super Mario Bros. U and the Wii U. Gonna be playing that. Oh yeah, one more thing in terms of the anime sound effects. There's a couple of other collections out there. If you're looking for a wider range of stuff, Vadi Sound, VADI Sound has a collection that's decent. Like if you're just not finding the specific sounds you want. But yeah, the original sounds are generally they're just not available for commercial purchase. Which is too bad. All right, so the one thing that I didn't particularly like in Godzilla minus one, the one thing. There's a let me see. Yeah, there's a manga. It's called Barefoot Gen. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with this. It got turned into a cartoon at some point. Yeah, the series creator is based on the creator's experience as a survivor of the Hiroshima atomic bombing. This is someone who was at Hiroshima when it was bombed. And it's a pretty startling series. And there's a section of animation in the cartoon that's genuinely upsetting to watch. I'm not gonna play it here, but if you look up Barefoot Gen nuclear bomb scene, you can watch that on your own time. And warning that it's genuinely okay. It is extraordinarily disturbing. And again, based on an actual survivor of the Hiroshima bombing. There's a thing that Godzilla Minus One does where, and I think this is a good choice, Godzilla's atomic breath essentially sets off a nuclear blast. It sets off this nuke. When he does the atomic blast, and it's a really effective thing. It's a good choice, I think. And there's a moment in Godzilla Minus One where this man and this woman that he's been living with, and there's a romantic interest between the two of them. Godzilla has just essentially set off a nuke, and the city is exploding around them, and she pushes him into an alleyway, and then gets blown away by the nuclear blast. It's a pretty startling scene, and very effective, and he comes out of the alleyway, and it's just the whole city block he had just been walking down is completely devastated. just absolutely vanished, and it's very affecting. And when the scene happens in the movie, I thought back to Barefoot Jen, because there's a scene in Barefoot Jen, again based on the author's experience of actually being at the Hiroshima bombing, and a character who represents him, like he survives by happening to have bent down in front of this wall when the blast goes off, so that the initial heat from the blast doesn't end up baking him alive. And this girl who was standing next to him, who's like half covered by the wall, like half of her body gets burned away, and the other half of her just collapses next to him. And it's it's extremely disturbing. So I thought of this scene when this nuke goes off. The woman pushes him aside and then gets blown away by the blast. The end of the movie has him getting a message and going to the hospital, and she's just there completely fine, except for a loose bandage over part of her face and a thin like arm wrap, where it's like she's soap opera injured, where like she doesn't even have a bruise or a scratch. She's got her makeup on. She looks perfectly fine. She's like A-okay. She took a nuclear blast to the face. She took a nuke to the whole entire body. A nuclear blast. She got like yeeted miles away or something. You see these nuclear winds carrying her off. And when the guy comes out of the alley, like the whole city is melted. And she just shows up at the end, and she's A-okay. She's not got a burn on her. She's just in the hospital bed, like I don't know, like she fell off a bicycle or something. But even less than that. And it's like, come on. I don't know. I don't know about that. Was that Godzilla attack in this case nuclear or pressure wave based? It is the most nuclear any Godzilla attack has ever been. There's a mushroom cloud, the city gets melted, and they're walking around it with like Geiger counters afterwards. Godzilla's nuclear atomic breath has never been more like directly nuclear bomb representative. So I just thought that was kind of nonsense. It was super melodramatic too. She's like the line that she says. It's very silly. I think if they wanted her to survive, that should not have been the specific attack that she was seemingly killed in. I just, especially like the movie does a lot to present the utter horrors of this attack, directly referencing like the nuclear attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and like representing it one-to-one visually. It's very clearly like this is what they're going for. And if they wanted to have her like have a miraculous like survival or whatever, when they showed her at the end, she should have been pretty donked up. Like when I realized that she was gonna be alive, and they pan over the camera and you're gonna see her in the hospital, I thought for sure she was gonna be like, it's gonna look like a Fallout ghoul or something. Given what had happened to her, I was like, she's gonna be all ghouled up. Nah, she was A-okay. Let me see if I can actually find a shot. The Godzilla cells regenerated her. This is possible. It's possible that this is what's going on. It's possible that she's going to be a secret Godzilla. Because it didn't make any sense. If that's the case, it's a weird way to end this particular movie. Because this is like a very, what do you call it? Serious film. Why can't I find a shot? For some reason, I just simply cannot. You know what I can do? I can. One moment. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. One second. I'm just loading up my Netflix. I'm loading up my Netflix. I can show you directly in the Netflix. One second. There she is. Hello, I was in a nuclear blast. I have a bandage in my head now. I was in a nuclear blast. I've got a bandage in my head. I was blown away. I got nuked. I got nuked just a little bit. Just a tiny bit nuked. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, here we go. That was, whoa, there she goes. There she goes. Totally fine. Don't worry about it's no problem. Let me I don't know. I feel like that's not something you really come back from, but I mean, that's just me perfect personally. Yeah, this is what alright, this is what the city block looks like. When he goes out to look at where she might have gone to, it's like he sees this hesitantly. No, Noriko, are you okay? Are you all right? It turns out she is. It turns out she's A-okay. It turns out no problem whatsoever, actually. Anyway, I didn't like that particular thing. I thought that particular thing was kind of nonsense. And I feel like the theory that she's been given Godzilla regenerative powers or whatever, maybe that's true. There's nothing in the movie that indicates that it's that kind of movie where a character is gonna get Godzilla powers. It's not really that kind of film. It's more of a deep meditation on war trauma. But I don't know, maybe they're setting up a sequel where she's Godzilla. Women can't be less than attractive ever. Nuclear blasts are no excuse. No excuse. Still gotta look your best. Yeah. So that's my one criticism of the movie, I think. Like one actual criticism. I think that it's kind of nonsense. And it's funny because Shin Godzilla also ends with a like out of left field thing to a point. But Shin Godzilla's out of left field closing shot is, the more you think about it, actually completely in center field. I don't know how sports analogies work. It's definitely in center field. The more you think about it, the better it becomes. As opposed to this, where the more I think about it, the more I'm like, wait a minute. No, I don't think so. I think that was wrong. I think that was incorrect. Godzilla -1. I think this was a bad choice, and like I think, I don't know. I don't think the movie necessarily needed to kill her off, but I think that was a choice to make. And it fit within the theming of the movie. She's one of Mothra's priestesses. There's a movie, I think it's just Godzilla versus Mothra. I think it's just the first one, in which this business guy is trying to kidnap Mothra's priestesses, and he's just got them in his hotel room or something. And he keeps trying to grab them, and they just keep casually walking off. they keep casually like, no, we're magic. Sorry, we're not gonna be captured by a weird guy. Yeah, and they just kind of walk away. Just slowly walk out of his range. And I guess she did that with the nuke. I guess she just casually whisked herself away from the nuclear blast. No, I think I won't get nuked today. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the intention was with that. It's such a buck wild thing to have happen. Her just showing up and with like the one light gauze on her head and the light gauze on her arm. This is not a bruise, not a burn, not even any kind of like redness, not even a tan. Ow. Oh, I got so hurt by the nuke. Ouchie. Ouch, ouch, ow. They didn't even put any dry blood on her bandages, no. Perfect parry. She perfect parried the vacuum wave. Yeah. Perfect parry. So that's it. That's really the only problem I had. It's too bad that that's like the way that the film ends, because it's just a weird final note to the movie. It's like, hey, she's alive and perfectly fine. I know you saw her get whisked away in the devastating blast of an atomic bomb, but no, she's okay. I don't know how, but it's all right. You don't have to think about it. All right. Well, have a great night, everyone. Great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Farewell, everyone. I love you all.